Hello and welcome to Dazzle Rebel Rides. Thanks for the view. Today I take my first ride on the new Victory Octane, which has just landed here in the UK. The liquid-cooled 1179cc or 72 cubic inch V-twin produces a little over 100 horsepower and puts that power down via a 6-speed transmission and belt final drive. Based on the 2015 Indian Scout, it's not hard to see where the origins of this bike lie. Nevertheless, there are some big differences when you look harder, not least the monochrome paint, steeper angled rear shocks and cafe racer style headlight cowl. It also has different sized boots with a 17 inch 160 section rear and an 18 inch 130 section front. The more you dig, the more differences you turn up, but you're not really interested in top trumps, are you? You want to know how it rides. Here is the brand new 2016 Victory Octane. Only comes in one colour, just like the Model T4 does, or did. And that's this titanium steel grey colour. One thing I have noticed is the seat. What does that remind you of? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah, anyway, right, this is a completely stock bike, so it's got the stock pipes, stock everything, no changes whatsoever. Let's see what it sounds like. There we go. Sounds a bit like the Scout actually, which is no surprise, seeing as that's pretty much what it's based on. Feels about as light as the Scout as well. Although you sit in it more, you seem to sit deeper into the bike. So on first impressions, it's actually quite a mild-mannered bike. It's very smooth. It actually feels like it's got slightly different turning geometry to what the Scout has. I have to say that the feeling on this seems pretty good. You know, it seems smoother than what the Scout is, and the Scout's a pretty smooth delivery. Whoa! It does pick up a bit quicker than the Scout. I wouldn't say it's a drastic difference, but it's noticeable. I'd say the difference between this and the Scout is basically the stage 1 pipes, just a bit higher up in the rev range. It seems to snarl a bit more as well, ever so slightly. I mean, the Scout's quite a polite bike, but I'd say I will quote Jeremy Clarkson on the Mini. The Indian Scout is like a bunny rabbit with spiky teeth. This is like a hare with spiky teeth. That was a third gear roll on from a roundabout, and it got to 60 like that. So yeah, when Victory announced this bike, everyone was hoping for this snarling beast of a machine. You know, we was hoping for at least 120 HP. We was hoping for twin front discs, maybe USD front forks, something that had real race pedigree, just like the Project 156. But what we've got is a sub £10,000 Victory Scout. You know, it's a nice bike, it really is. I've just read a review, Motorcycle News, and they seemed a bit underwhelmed by it, and I can understand that. But that's not to say it's a bad bike. I can understand why Polaris decided to do this. You've got to think, for the last 2-3 years, all the attention has been on Indian. So they needed a bike that would come in and shed a little bit of light onto the Victories. And for a bike that's priced in between the Scout 60 and the bigger Scout, 1133cc Scout, it's a very, very good bike. It does fit that gap absolutely perfectly, because yeah, it does feel like it's got a little bit more power than what the Scout has, but it's also stripped back. It's more aggressive looking. You do get slightly more lean angle with this than you do the Scout. Not much, but ever so slightly. It's about another 2 degrees. I think the suspension is actually better on this than it is the Scout. It handles potholes a lot easier and doesn't jar you back quite so much. I've got a feeling that's probably due to the angle of the rear suspension. It pulls all the way past 7,000 RPM. Here we go, I'm going to hang back a bit. Drop down a couple of gears. Yeah, when you start chasing the revs, this is a really fun bike. It comes alive. The Scout does as well, but this does it ever so slightly more. And I do think if you like the Scout, and I know I'm comparing it to the Scout all the time, but they don't help themselves by the fact this is based on the Scout. So I'm going to continue to do so. But if you like the Scout, you like the idea of the Scout, and you like the way it feels, but you want a little bit more, and you want it to look a little bit more aggressive, then I do think you really should look at the Victory Octane, because it does look more aggressive. It looks cleaner in some way, a lot more modern and a lot more street, and it does have this surge of power that is, it's not this big mammoth that we was expecting, but for £9,799 you're getting a bike with more performance than the 1133cc Scout. Even when you wait up to performance cruisers like the Dazzle, the V-Rod, what you have to remember is this bike is less than £10,000, and you're getting a bike that is very capable indeed, and will put a huge smile on your face. I do think before you dismiss this, you should go along to your local Victory dealer and see if you can blag yourself a test ride on one, because I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. No, it's not this beast of a machine, but it is incredible fun. If you fancy giving the Victory Octane a ride yourself and are in the East Midlands area, pop along to HBC Motorcycles on Saturday the 18th of June, when they're having a special demo ride day where you can try it out. See the details in the description. Well, that concludes my first ride and review of the Victory Octane. Thanks for watching this far, folks, and if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. As you're watching this, I'm furiously editing my footage from the Nick Sanders Mach 1 event that I went to last weekend on my Indian Chief. And on Dazzle Rebel rides next week, I'll be reviewing the new Suzuki SV650 AL7. So remember, if you like the vibe, be sure to subscribe. New videos are uploaded every Thursday at 6 PM GMT. And also, if you're into rock music, tune in to tbfmonline.co.uk every Monday, 12 until 2 PM GMT for the Dazzle Rebel show. Take care, folks.